This comment reads, where do you get the patterns? I hope it's free. Please do not go dogpile on this person. Do not go searching for this comment. I am responding to this because this is something that we need to talk about. There is a huge disconnect in the artistic community at large, but even more so in the fiber arts community, that because our work was predominantly seen as domestic labor for many, many years, women were expected to know how to needlepoint, how to sew, how to mend things, how to crochet a blanket and stitch a wedding quilt, and all of these things. So the fiber arts, and I do emphasize the word arts, have been completely undervalued for decades and decades. And I think that a lot of this mentality comes from because it was so expected for so long. But then you add to that the fact that people think that we just do this for fun. And well, yes, I do it for fun. This is also my job. And regardless of what kind of labor I do, I deserve to make a living wage, whether that is through my actual stitching when people commission me to make a piece for them, or when I make patterns for other people to make their own pieces at home. We all deserve a living wage. Late stage capitalism has really skewed our perception of how much things are worth. I know many people who are crochet artists and knitters and quilters and things like that, and they get told on a regular basis, like, oh, how much is it going to cost for you to make me a blanket or something like that? And when they get the cost back, they're shocked. And a lot of times the response is, oh, well, I could just get something just like it at Target for $20 or $40. Okay, but who's doing the labor to make those products that are showing up at Target? Because if you're not exploiting me, you're exploiting somebody else. And while I do understand not being able to afford a one-of-a-kind made from hand piece, you do also need to realize that there are human beings behind every article of clothing that you wear, behind every blanket that's made, behind every piece of art that you hang on your wall. There was a human whose hands were involved in the creation of that piece somehow. With that said, I do make my own patterns. If you see me stitching something that is not a pattern that I have made, I will tell you who I got it from, where I purchased that pattern in the information on that video, because I want you to be able to go and support that artist as well. And all of my patterns can be found where you know where to find them. And no, they're not free. Hope that helps.